Come on. Frog, you just grab the friggin' hook, please. Please. This is the last stage.
Something's biting.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I kind of just started doing it. Because, like, I used to stream a lot when I was younger, but then one day I kind of just stopped. And I don't remember why I stopped. Well, part of it was just because I started, like, screen sharing games over Discord instead of actually streaming, but the problem with doing that is that you end up isolating yourself to just that one little Discord server that you're screen sharing in, and that really, like, limits, like, social activity. Thanks. So, it took me like 8 hours to make this model.
Not too bad.
I made it in Vroid.
Yes.
So, in terms of the character design, I've liked Fox Girls for most of my life. That anyone who's known me a long time already knows that.
That's strange.
The color scheme might be familiar to people who've known me a long time. Back when I was in high school, like the mid-2000s, I made a Sonic OC with this color scheme. But as I got older, I kind of started to lose interest in having a Sonic OC. The Sonic fandom was getting increasingly toxic as they became increasingly desperate for good games in the aftermath of Sonic 06. And
wow.
It was just like...
Is it all right for me to be here?
Also, a lot of them friggin' left to join the My Little Pony fandom.
So do you trust me?
But yeah,
so
it was just...
the 7 emeralds.
There was not good source material to work with for the fandom to work with anymore, so I kind of just, like, started distancing myself from the Sonic fandom after a while. And while I did keep the OC for a while, I did eventually just, like, stop using it, because, like, I wasn't doing, like, Sonic fandom stuff anymore, so it didn't make sense to keep it. Yes, Luna, they were particularly bad, I remember. I was active on Newgrounds and DeviantArt at the time, so I remember, which is why I had the OC. But something interesting also ended up happening a little bit later into that. And by interesting, I mean really fucking weird. Starting around about late 2008, early 2009.
Froggy? I don't like the looks of this place.
I started getting messages from people asking about my old Sonic OC that I hadn't touched in a while. And well, I was still using it as like my user icon on those sites, but I hadn't really used it apart from that. But people started asking me, like, hey, can I have your sprite sheet? And other stuff like that. And it was like, that's interesting. But then it got weirder. There was this person asked me about my this person started talking to me as if they knew me, and I had never met them before. And so I was like, who are you? And they're like, oh, I'm person from Whirled. And I was like, what the heck is Whirled? Whirled, spelled with WH, was some sort of like online Nope, that's not what I meant to do. So the world was there. So I was not familiar with this like social platform, but a bunch of people apparently knew quote unquote me from this game, and I was very confused. So I asked about it, and apparently there was someone on this game, Whirled, who was using not only the same name as me, but they were using the avatar, but they were also using my avatar, which they appeared to have just grabbed from my Newgrounds account. Which I have to assume that they originally just wanted like my Sonic OC, but they did not know how to edit the image that they downloaded, and the image had my name written on it. So they called themselves Myzox the Hedgehog because that was my the OC. So I made an account, so I tried to look into this, but I couldn't because I needed a World account. So I made a World account, and
the frog is possessed by your tail. Once you get your tail,
I looked, and this person had 4 fucking accounts on World, and each one had an increasingly edgy version of the name Myzox the Hedgehog. They just kept getting, each one was edgier than the last. Like I said, this was like 2008, 2009 this happened. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And the person who I had spoken to was saying, oh yeah, so I talked to him and he said you stole his DeviantArt account. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was just very confused at this point, and it's like it was also very obvious that
gotta go.
I had, because my name was up on there. No, my pictures of my face were up on there, and they were consistent, so I could very easily prove that both my Newgrounds and DeviantArt account were mine.
Sweat. I'll get it back. Watch me.
And this was happening, and
Careful, Froggy. Don't worry. We'll get you back.
So eventually, it was either, I think it was still MSN at the time. Somehow, this conversation with this guy who told me about this continued, and so this conversation continued, and somehow other people started getting involved in this drama because they found out that this edgy asshole had stolen his character and name from me, which was really funny in hindsight. Like, I didn't even care about this character anymore. Besides the color scheme, I liked the color scheme, and I'd actually intended to use it for something in the future. I just never got around to it, but I did not care about the Sonic OC anymore. But this guy was still parading it around like it was his, almost. He'd actually changed the color scheme at some point. So quite literally the only thing that I was attached to about it was my name was still on it. Yeah, so anyway, someone claiming to be his girlfriend started DMing me on MSN and telling me that she was breaking up with him. And it's like, I don't know how true any of what happened was, obviously, because it's people on the internet and they were talking like they were fucking 8 years old. And like I was, and then the person themselves eventually DMs me, and he's like, he says to me like, "Oh, I'm just I didn't steal your name or your OC. My friend made this account for me. I am a good Christian boy. I would never steal anything. My friend made this account, made this OC and account for me." And I'm just thinking, what the fuck, dude? I don't even care what this guy's excuses or whatever are. It's just like I'm completely done with this situation at this point, because this has been going on, because I've been like stuck in this conversation for like a couple of weeks now, and I just don't care anymore. And I just tell him as much, like, you can keep the OC. I don't give a fuck. You have already changed it so much that it's no longer what I made. And also, I didn't care about it anymore anyway, because, like I said, I did not care about the Sonic fandom anymore. And anyway, after that, I never heard anything more about that again. Or so I thought. Fast forward, the story doesn't end here. Fast forward from like 2009 to 2018. I was wandering around in VR chat, which was the style of the time. I was wearing my HTC Vive, wandering around in VR chat like a normal like what was just looking for cool worlds to explore, and also just looking for interesting people to talk to and have interesting conversations with. And in this one like space themed world, I think, like it was like an asteroid or something, I don't remember. I come across this group of people. Sorry, water. I come across this group of people, and I strike up a conversation, and they seem weirdly hesitant to talk to me. Like, okay, like, that's not too unusual. Like, maybe they weren't expecting company. They were having a private conversation or something. It happens. It's VR chat. But, you know, they seem a little bit hesitant to talk to me. But after a couple of minutes, but we start talking. And after a few minutes, one of them, like, uneasily pulls me to the side and is like, "Hey, are you Myzox from Whirled?" And I just start laughing my fucking ass off. It's like, oh my god, this somehow came back after 10 fucking years. So I explain the situation to him, and then he starts laughing, and it turns out his friend group used to know this guy, but they'd like cut ties with him several years before because he was like just a really like emotionally needy asshole and just generally toxic. At least this is what he told me. And they had just like, he was just, they were his old friend group. And it's like, oh my god. Anyway, I think I ended up friending the guy on VR chat, but I don't think I've spoken to him ever since. But yeah, it's funny how things end up going along. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, fast forward to like, anyway, that's the end of that saga more or less. But anyway, fast forward to a couple years ago. Once again, I started thinking about, I liked aspect of that OC. Specifically, I liked the color scheme. So I was thinking, maybe I could do something with that. And maybe I could make like a Fox Girl character based on that. Because, like, I like Fox Girls. What can I say? But then I ended up not actually doing anything with that idea. Like, it lived in my head for a long time, but I didn't really do anything with it until like literally like Wednesday. Last Wednesday when I decided, you know what? I want to start streaming again, and you know what? I want to make a VTuber avatar. So I picked a Fox Girl because Fox Girls are awesome, and also because, like, I wanted the avatar to be something that I found visually appealing, and Fox Girls are one of the most, like, top 3 visually appealing things to me. And I wanted to do something with that old color scheme, and so I did. It's different, obviously. Well, like, it's arranged differently, so it's like the avatar is, you can't really see it too well from this angle, but the avatar, most of the hair and tail is cyan, and there's just like stripes of red, but from this angle it looks like it's half and half, which, it's whatever. Yeah. And as for the huge ears, Luna might have seen this, but like a month ago, I started going on a tangent about enormous ears. So, yeah. I pretty much just designed it entirely around things I liked. It also does not help that I spent like a month, like, I spent like a month, like, okay, I was depressed for a long time. I might still be, I don't know, but when I was like at my lowest point, I started like fucking daydreaming that I was an anime girl, and this went on for like a month. Like, I spent a month with like my body pretty much operating on automatic because my mind was just in this delusional daydream. Yeah, I just I dreamed that I was a friggin' Fox Girl VTuber, and then when I snapped out of it finally, which I'm not going to go into details on how that happened here because it was kind of something. I was like, wait, what's stopping the real me from doing what my delusional fantasy me was doing? Like, the vast majority of that stuff I can actually do if I want to do it. So I'm moving my hands even though you can't see them, damn it. There's nothing stopping the real me from doing most of these things. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So Wednesday, I spent like 8 hours making this avatar, 8-9 hours, and then another like 4 hours just debugging audio issues, and then I started streaming. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go with from here.
Don't hurt him.
So that's that story from that's that story from my youth, which keeps coming back somehow.
Select the characters.
Preparation complete.